So everybody loves an overnight success. You know, like it's romantic, it's appealing. And, you know, we're coming up on 5 years here at McHugh BJJ, and by all metrics, we are a success. You know, we're closing in on 300 students. We have an amazing culture here, new people stepping on the mats every day. We have an amazing team of instructors. We have a lot of great things going on. And it might seem like we were an overnight success because we grew very fast. And, you know, it seemed like right when we opened the doors, people just kind of came in. But let's kind of dissect that a little bit. So what made us an overnight success? It really was like 10, 12 years in the making. All right. And I have people ask me all the time, like, I want to open a school. What should I do? Or, you know, I want to open this type of business. Like, what would you recommend? Here's what I recommend. I would recommend you do exactly what I did. All right. And I kind of figured out 10, 12 years ago what I wanted. I love the martial arts, so I sought out the best mentors possible. And you might say, man, you got lucky having Ricardo Almeida as a mentor. Yes, absolutely. But what you might not realize is that I'm not from Jersey, I'm not from this area, I'm from New York. So for about a year and a half, I'd wake up at 6 a.m., I would drive my rickety old Civic about 115 miles one way to sleep in his parking lot so that I could train with his MMA team, get my face punched in. I was totally outclassed just so I could be around him in that atmosphere. And then after like a year and a half of me just keeping my nose to the grindstone and showing Professor Almeida how dedicated and enthusiastic I was, he offered me a job. So I uprooted my life. I left New York, I left my friends, I left my family, I drove down and pursued a career teaching martial arts. So I really seized an opportunity that was presented, but you gotta kind of create those opportunities, all right? Like it does not happen overnight. And then over the next 7 years, I had the end goal in mind, all right? Begin with the end in mind. Like I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted to have a school, and I knew what I wanted my school to look like. So everything that I did, all the decisions I made were made through the lens of where do I want to be in 10 years? Like what kind of life do I want to live, all right? And that makes the little decisions very, very easy. And then you might say, yeah, but then you opened up and you got really lucky with your staff, like Coach Tony, Coach Pete, Coach Battle. These guys are amazing. They're like professional instructors right off the bat. No. All right, like I know what it takes, that you need a strong bench, you need a strong team around you. So from day one, that's what I'm always looking for. I'm always looking for a guy like Tony, like a guy like Pete, and a guy like Battle. So you gotta have a broad vision, you gotta be able to seize opportunities, but the underlying theme here is you got to be able to be uncomfortable. You got to be able to put yourself in positions you don't want to be in. You got to be able to work very, very hard, oftentimes without receiving anything back except for experience, which is probably the most valuable thing that you're going to get. But there is no such thing as an overnight success. If there is, it's incredibly rare. All right. The goal is, and the secret is doing all the things, navigating all those little, pitfalls and everything like that, to be in the position to seize the opportunity that when, it's your time, that you do look like an overnight success. But there's nothing overnight about it.